Welcome everyone to Mod Squad Movie Talk Monday. I'm your host Harley, as always joined by the wonderful Felix.
So,
This week in movie news, from Bloody Disgusting, Mr. Entity, the Moffitt family haunting, Blumhouse's latest horror franchise revealed.
yeah, check it out. First of all, it's Blumhouse. You know how we are about them here at Mod Squad Network. This, I guess, the entity was in the late '80s, early '90s. It haunted this family for 6 years, which is 5 years and 10 months too long. As soon
Yeah,
as Eddie Murphy made this joke back in the day. As soon as I hear "get out," no matter how wonderful the house
I'm
is,
gone.
I'm out of there. I'm gone. Um, Ed and Lorraine Warren also were looked into this, so it's one of their famous cases. I know there was a movie Entity back in the '80s about a guy, and I don't know if it's related to this or not. I didn't get that far into the article, but it was called the Entity, and this was called Mister Entity. But that one, I guess the ghost physically harmed the woman and such. I don't know if you've seen that movie. I remember my sisters watching it back in the day. But I wonder if this is going to be similar to that.
I'm not entirely sure. They bought the rights for this movie to be able to basically tell the life story of what happened to the people living in the house.
Yeah, I'm buying actually the book on Audible. Not buying. I have a credit on it. I was reading the story and I'm like, I got to get that book.
I mean, I love movies where it actually gives like the behind story of the people that were being haunted and what they did in the house.
Yeah, is it going to be documentary esque or is it just going to
That's what
be?
it said. It was going to be like a documentary type.
I wonder if it's going to follow the book, like each chapter is a different episode or such.
For more on horror, tune into our horror show.
From Joe Blow, Ike Perlmutter, controversial Marvel mogul out at Disney. I had a problem with him. It was, I believe, 5 to 8 years ago, 7 years ago. Him and Kevin Feige, who is the man, the myth, the legend, who's behind the MCU as we know it now, they had a tussle. I mean, he didn't want to pay the actors what they were owed. He didn't want the movies big budgeted like they became, and with Kevin Feige's vision, that's where it kind of needed to go. Is bigger and better is how it kept going, and he wasn't having it. So finally, I think it was Bob Iger set them aside and gave Feige another go-to or made himself the go-to, and Ike Perlmutter was a part of the toy section of it. And I believe he wanted to put more emphasis on the Marvel toys rather than the movies, but the movies are making $1 billion. I mean, come on. But back to he is the reason though that Disney got Marvel and made the MCU what it is. I guess he was the middleman, or he owned it at the time, or was working for the people that owned it, and that's why Fox ended up with X Men and Sony ended up with Spider Man and such. So he's the one that kind of caused that separation, but he's the reason why the MCU is kind of where it's at right now. So you can't be too mad at him. But how are you going to have a problem with Kevin Feige, man?
From comicbook.com, the X Files animated spin off series reportedly scrapped. From Bloody Disgusting, the X Files, Ryan Coogler developed a new take on the series.
Yeah, both of those run together. That's why we kind of put them together. A few years back, God, the creator of the X Files, forgetting his name, starts with a C, something like Carter, I think. Um, he said that there was supposed to be in canon a animated series, for it, and they were going to go that route. But I guess Ryan Coogler came to him with a story or a pitch, and he's going to take on a new movie. I mean, come on, Ryan Coogler. He's the one that went to Sylvester Stallone and talked him into doing the Creed. So he's responsible for the Creeds. He wrote and directed the first one. I mean, he did the last two. He also wrote and directed the last two Black Panthers. I mean, this dude's got some chops when it comes to writing and directing, and he wants to do the X Files. I'm like, as soon as I heard this news, I was excited. It's kind of sad that the animated series didn't work, but I prefer this over that 8 days out of the week.
I remember when I was younger sitting up late at nights watching the X-Files with my mom. That was
Yeah,
her one of her go-to shows was the X-Files, and when I watched it, I really loved it. So it brings
yeah.
back a lot of memories, and I'm a huge X-Files fan.
Yeah, I
Like,
wasn't
you
too
that
happy.
first theme song when it starts
Yeah.
coming on, it always takes back memories, that
When I was
beginning
doing
theme.
the wrestling show with Steve, I always before I do one of these, I always listen to music just really loud, like a song, a theme song, or something to get me in the mood. And before I did it, I remember Steve popping up, and he started tripping because I had the X Files theme. Just I was listening to it over and over because it just gets the juices flowing. So I totally get it. I totally get it. From Bloody Disgusting, Bella, Samara Weaving starring in the 18 set action thriller over at Paramount. Yo, check it out. Okay, fresh off of her spoiler alert for Scream 6, she was the beginning kill at Scream 6. As soon as I saw her, I knew it was going to happen. You know her from Ready or Not. She's been in, kind of genre film. Now she's going to tackle this. I guess it's set in the 80s,
The
and
1980s, yep.
yeah, the 1980s. She plays the daughter of a cop that gets shot, and she goes under covers to see the good and the bad. See, she can figure out, what actually happened to her dad. Lastly, I think they said it's going to have like a rock and roll, gritty '80s type of feel. So I'm digging that. I mean, come on, it's the '80s. That's the era that we were
The
born or grew up in. So you can't go wrong with that.
the hair error, and
She's
really,
gonna have
they
big hair.
had the big puffy hair, and so she's gonna have that big poofed out, like, combed hair that's all puffed out, and, like, any
And
show that happens
the
in the set in the
eyeshadow
'80s is
with
awesome.
dark blue eyeshadow and shit.
Yeah,
But yeah, I like to see her in this role though. It's a little different than what she normally does, and it's female led suspense thriller.
I like her as an actress anyways, she's awesome. From comicbook.com, Fallout TV show seemingly wraps filming.
Yeah, when I heard this was coming out, my kids were excited for it. They loved the Fallout game. I've never played it, but
Well, it's taking on, they haven't actually set a specific game that of the series that they're going off, but it's leaning more towards the third and fourth game, and it's going to take on like the game feel of those games. So it's going to be like you're watching the video game being played, which is quite awesome because I like that aspect.
is that how it's going to be shown? I don't know if I can get behind that.
I mean, it's Fallout, and Fallout's
'Cause
pretty
I
awesome.
like what they did with Destiny. That show was pretty bad. I don't know if you've seen it, but I like the way they did that one.
They're supposed to be taking it like the play of it from the third and fourth game because those are the more popular in the series.
Okay, I can get behind that.
For more on gaming, tune into our new gaming show, Gamer Girls and a Guy.
Who
And
is in
also,
that?
I'm in it. From the Hollywood Reporter, Fantastic Four movie gets a new writer with Avatar 2 scriber Josh Friedman.
Yeah, check it out. First, I was like, "What?" But then to realize that the writer also wrote
Avatar.
Sarah Connor Chronicles. I don't know if you've seen that show, but we bought it on DVD when it came out because my son loved it. He's also behind Avatar 2. I mean, just made $2 billion. He also wrote Terminator Dark Fate, which I liked better than any other sequel besides the first two. This is Terminator Dark Fate was an awesome third one. I don't like the decision with John Connor, but that aside, I like that movie and I like what was done with it. So knowing that they got him, I mean, he wrote for Steven Spielberg and James Cameron twice. To write the Fantastic Four, I'm like, all right, I'm not feeling bad. I think they're going somewhere. And then the director is the guy from WandaVision, so you know he does funky stuff. I don't know if you've seen the show or not, but WandaVision
Yeah.
was just a trip.
WandaVision was awesome. And I love the fact that he did the Avatar 2 series. I loved Avatar. Avatar was one of my favorite movies. And Terminator's pretty awesome too. Here's this week's trailer.
You're not here.
We're not there. The car exploded. Come get the girls. I have to stay here with Woodrow.
I'm not the chauffeur. I'm the grandfather. Where are you?
Asteroid City, Farm Route 6, mile 75.
Junior stargazers and space cadets. Each year we celebrate Asteroid Day, commemorating September 23rd, 3007 BC, when the arid plains meteorite made Earth impact.
Holy Toledo, that's Mitch Campbell.
You're very good in the one about the tramp in the brothel who gets amnesia and becomes
you.
a pediatrician. You were very
That's
authentic.
actually maybe my favorite character ever.
I don't know why nobody else liked it.
Oh.
What do those pulses indicate?
What? Oh, the beeps and blips? We don't know.
Some of our information about outer space may no longer be completely accurate. Anyway, there's still only 9 planets in the solar system as far as we know. Billy?
Except now there's an alien.
What's happening now?
I don't know.
I don't like the way that guy looked at us. The alien.
How did he look?
Like we're doomed.
Maybe we are.
I've just informed the president.
How long can they keep us in Asteroid City legally?
The world will never be the same.
That's an alien doing jumpy jacks. That's an alien in a top hat.
What's out there? The meaning of life. Maybe there is one.
Are you married?
I'm a widower. But don't tell my kids.
You're saying her mother died 3 weeks ago?
Let's say she's in heaven. Which doesn't exist for me, of course, but you're Episcopalian.
In my loneliness, I learned to give complete and unquestioning faith to the people I love. I don't know if that includes you, but it included my daughter and your 4 children.
Sometimes I think I feel more at home outside the Earth's atmosphere.
Oh, wow. Me too. They're strange, aren't they? They're children. Compared to normal people.
Yes, that's correct.
It's true.
Freight train, going so fast. Freight train, going so fast.
I do a nude scene. You want to see it?
Huh? Did I say yes?
You didn't say anything.
I meant yes. My mouth didn't speak.
So, Felix,
That-
what's your opinion on that movie?
Was definitely different. It's the first time seeing that trailer. I don't know how if it's a stacked cast. I mean, everyone. I was like, oh, that's. It's a stacked cast. But speaking of, like we were just saying about the Samara Weaving movie, the feel of the '80s. This feels like a TV show from the '50s or '60s,
like Leave It
but
to
not
Beaver.
not like the people, but literally the show itself, what they would
Yeah.
be watching, and the movie is like set in that, but it's not. They're not making a TV show. It's literally set in that. So it's just I don't know.
It's
Will I
got
run
Tom
out to the
Hanks in it.
theater? I mean, it's got everyone. It seems like,
Yeah.
but I don't know. What do you guys think? This is the comment below section here. Comment below. So I had a little Cujo there. Let us know what and how you feel about that trailer, because I don't know. I really don't.
When I first saw it, I was like, this is interesting, but
So this is your second time seeing it?
well, I saw and when I went and saw
Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons, I saw it there too. But when I saw it the first time, I was like, this is a little weird, but
What do you think now
sometimes weird
seeing it the
movies
third
are
time?
I still think this is a little weird, but weird movies can sometimes be good movies.
We'll see what's up. We'll see what's up. Weird movies can sometimes be good movies.
Exactly. This week and coming soon, we have on April 3rd, Pretty Baby Brooke Shields with Gregory Butler and, of course, Brooke Shields. On April 5th, we have Air with Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. Also, Super Mario with this got a pretty good cast in it. It's got Chris Pratt, Jack Black, Seth Rogen, and Anna Taylor-Joy.
I like
On
her. She's coming up in a lot of movies. I don't know if you've seen The Queen's Gambit on Amazon. It's a chess movie. I love chess. Yes, I was in the chess club. I was that guy. Um, Go ahead. I'm sorry.
on April 7th, we have The People's Exorcist with Russell Crowe. We have Paint with Owen Wilson. We also have The Portable Door with Patrick Gibson and Sam Nelly. And On a Wing of a Prayer with Dennis Quaid and Heather Graham. We also One Day as a Lion with Frank Grillo and J.K. Simmons.
Love Frank Grillo and Jen Cases. Just for those two actors alone, I may check that out.
We have Simulant with Robbie Amell and Jordan Brewster.
Yeah, Robbie Amell, brother of Stephen Amell, the Green Arrow.
Okay, this one, don't shoot me if I pronounce it wrong, because we have La Espandoria, the musical with Isabella Costella and Alan Estrada.
I think you did pretty good, better than I would have done it. I'm. But all right, check it out. There's a handful. I mean, the Devils,
I got a
the
couple more.
Popes. Oh, go ahead. You got a couple more. Do it.
Yes, I do. Okay. Also on April 7th, we have Chupa on Netflix. We have Kings of Mulberry Street Let Love Rain on Netflix. And on Apple TV, we have Boom Boom The World versus Boris Becker. That is it for this week. What are you looking forward to?
So check it out. The Pope's Exorcist. I know we did that on the horror show. That's one I'm happy about. But come on, Air itself with Matt Damon. That's a stacked cast. I really, really, really want to see that. Then we have Super Mario Brothers. My kids are pumped for that movie. They're like, we're going with or without you. So that's one. There's a few movies in this list this week that I'm pretty happy to check out.
Yeah, at Cinemark theaters here, well, at most Cinemark theaters, you could get a Super Mario popcorn bucket.
That's what's up.
And of course, with Dungeons and Dragons just hitting this last week, you could get a Dungeons and Dragons cup.
I'm loving the cup, but that Mario tin
Yeah.
is doing
Like,
it
look
for
at the
me.
top of the cup.
That's pretty bad.
But I'm looking
Cinemark
forward
does go all out
to,
for their things, huh?
yeah, I'm looking forward to Super Mario and, of course, Air. Not just because it's got Ben Affleck and Matt Damon in it, because it's got the woman that is in How to Get Away with Murder. And
Viola Davis.
I love her as an actress. She's got that spunky attitude. She's like, why are you just showing up at people's doors
I
and you
think she
think that's
plays
okay?
Jordan's mom.
Yeah.
I think she plays Jordan's mom.
And then
Real,
he's like, it's just a shoe. She's like, until my son steps in it.
yeah, I like her spunk too. Hey, check it out. I'm gonna do a deep cut for Frank Grillo earlier. I was gonna bring this up, but he started at his heart Jessup in Guiding Light, Roger Thorpe's son from back in the day. So there's a deep, deep cut. Like I said, you want to talk soaps, 80s and 90s? I'm your guy. I don't only do movies and TV. I do soap
Do you
operas.
remember Passions?
Yeah, that show didn't last too long.
But I loved that one. And like, I can't believe Days of Our Lives is still around. And we got sponsors. We have a sponsor this week. The link's going to be in the description. And that's it for Mod Squad Movie Talk Monday. From Felix, myself, and the entire Mod Squad, including Cujo. See you next time, Puddin'.
See ya.